Okay. All right. Joey tried speaking.
Himbo, 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 himbo. I don't know how long you want me to go.
Okay, that's it. That's it.
Himbo,
That's it. All right.
himbo.
All right. Actually, hold on. I need to retrieve those links from put on the second screen. I need to retrieve those links from you for. Okay, so those lo-fi things that you sent me are those safe for stream?
Lo-fi? What?
The KH lo-fi for the background music.
Oh, lo-fi. They should be. I was like confused, like what do you meant by love? I was like, I heard love. I was like, what?
Love. Let's see. There we go.
If not, I would just probably just like get something like from no copyright or something. That sounds like it.
I forget. Did you send one that was like hours long?
I tried to.
Okay. Let me try scrolling.
Did I pin it? I did not. Okay, I'm pinning it now, so we can at least look at it.
All right.
But looks go with the one that's like a free music, no copyright one.
Jump to present. All right. You pinned it. All right. Pinned messages.
I'm also pinning this so you can actually get this
Okay. Yeah.
file from
Yeah.
your
All right.
phone.
All right. Yeah. I see it. I see them.
Because I know you probably want to delete your testing ones.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I already did. Never mind. I'm
Okay,
I'm just like the only thing live right now.
just refresh it just to check, just in case. Because I know you did just do a test.
Refresh live stream. Is you sure that's not just gonna like end the stream or?
No, it's okay. Not the stream. More like, okay, are you like live right now? Right now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I was talking about
What
like
is
the
the most
9 minutes stream ago and then the 35 minutes stream ago. Because I'm looking at your live right now, I still see those two, you know?
Hmm. Maybe try refreshing the page because I definitely deleted those, or I don't see them like
Nope.
on my end. All right, I think I'll
Let's
just.
see, I will literally screen share what I'm seeing before I go to the chat.
All right. Well, I think it's time to do that real quick.
They can see everything, by the way. So, but yeah, these are the two.
Yeah, yeah, I see them. All right. Let's see. Continue. Analytics.
Dashboard,
Content.
yep, all the way up.
Dashboard.
Uh,
No.
I have to look at mine.
Dismissed.
It should be called. Yeah, content. You're right. Sorry.
Yeah, my content. Gotcha. See all.
No, at the left where there's dashboard,
The
content,
content.
and
Yeah.
analysis.
Oh, there we go.
Go to like,
Lives. All right.
there you go.
Get
There
rid.
you go.
Get rid of. There we go.
Yes, I'm sounding like Mario, but what's pretty good.
Let's delete that. All right. There we go. Delete forever.
At long last, we're finally here. Look at the adventure.
At this point, we're just gonna stop at like 358 over 2 days.
Fair enough. It's up to you.
All right. I turned the volume to like very low. I'm just hoping the stream can hear you better than the music.
Let's find out. It's, like I said, we are doing this on desktop audio because I realized the default has turned to desktop audio.
Yeah. All right. Well, how do I sound though? Because that's the most important part.
Wow. And to answer your question, you sound fine. Goodness.
Okay. Thank goodness. I'm really hoping I could soon try and update OBS because when I checked the update settings, it said it couldn't update because stuff. So I'll try and see if I can do that for next time. All right. Let's see. Arcady. Are you... Yeah, I can see Arcady. Let's see. Wider. There we go. Okay. Fucking fine. Hold on. I'm gonna go drink my monster. Because just in case if we decide to spend 2 in the morning here. I have no work tomorrow, so I can talk literally all night. Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. Ark asked, is that how deep this game is? And then he got like a sweet, no, not sweet, sweating emote.
He saw the slide count.
I think so.
Well, Arcady, you better get ready for the next time we do this because this is just part 1.
Yes.
I'll be looking at the chat, Arcady. So that's where I'll communicate to you from. Because right now I'm not looking at Discord.
Yeah. It is up to you if you want to do part 2, but I think it'll be fun if you were there.
Yeah, you. I'm pointing at the screen like, yeah, Arcady. I'm talking to you. Yeah, you. Actually, actually, never mind. I was gonna get like a pointing hand. It'd be like, I'm talking to you. All right, Arcady. Okay. Now, the time has come. I need to get my notes out. Y'all can see it, right?
We see OBS, so yeah, we do.
Oh wait, hold on. I need to share my screen. Do something different.
You're good.
All right. Change stream to. There we go. Start streaming. There we go. Can y'all see it?
I see a black screen so far, so it should be there.
Damn it. Hold on. Safari. Hold on. Discord. Timelines. Alright, hold on a second. Let me just escape from this. Okay. Alright.
It's probably
okay, there we go.
Like that.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Alright, is it showing for you guys?
Exit, then click exit to full screen. It says. Scuff. Don't we love a chat?
For fuck's sake. Alright. Alright, slideshow.
Yeah, you know, we'll just watch it on OBS. It's fine.
Okay, alright. Okay, how come it pauses my stream? Oh. That's stupid. Alright, more options. Show my screen share, view stream. Okay, hold on. Alright. Okay, yeah, that's stupid. Alright. Exit the full what in the... Alright, okay.
Just show the OBS screen and we'll be fine, right, Ark? And if anything, I can just share it on my side so Ark can see it. It's okay.
Okay, yeah. Alright, fucking, alright. Change screen.
Because I do have the PowerPoint on my side. So I have...
The best I can do is just make this, I guess, wider, maybe?
It's fine. It's fine. I can share the side, the PowerPoint from my side. Just do what you need. Okay, don't worry.
Okay, you're sharing it. All right, good.
Yeah, from my side.
Okay. All right, I'm on slide 1 right now. Slide 1.
Slide 1? Gotcha.
Yes. I'm actually gonna watch your stream too.
Wow.
All right. Slide 1. Put it full screen, baby.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna need this. I'm drinking a Monster right now. Okay.
Okay,
Now,
ready?
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna clap. No, it doesn't. It doesn't pick up claps. All right. Welcome, welcome everybody to the Kingdom Hearts lore stream. It's a game series near and dear to everybody's heart. All the kids who played this game when it first came out are now in their 30s, and the story has still not concluded yet. We are at the okay. All right. Oh, I see. Arcady just says, "Just yell clap." All right.
Clap.
All right, and today we're here to learn. We're here to learn about Kingdom Hearts, for the better or worse. I'm just saying early on, it's pretty straightforward, and with the amount of games that we go through with these installments, it doesn't get stupid, not yet at least. We will know when it gets really, really wow. Now, the big question here, why did I decide to do this? Because I want to educate everyone here, and experiencing the game normally is just kind of a jumbled mess whenever you take everything when we get to a certain DDD. See? And yes, there will be a quiz at the end.
You hear that, Art? You gotta study.
Yeah, huh? I hope you can hear Joey from past this music.
Yeah, they're telling me I'm echoey, but I don't know how else we're gonna do this.
Yeah, we'll just ignore that. All right. And now, without further ado, let us commence in this very magical journey that is very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Are you sharing this on your OBS? Like, because from what I see at stream, I just see like the PowerPoint part of it.
Am I still on screen share?
You're not screen sharing anymore, but you're in mine now. I was more asking for the OBS part for it so they can see.
Okay.
Because I see like the white borders and all.
I'm just gonna say next slide. Is that okay?
Yeah, I get it, but.
Wait. Hold. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
I was like,
all right. I'm going to the next slide. So. Okay. So before we get into actual Kingdom Hearts, we gotta talk about how it came to be, just so we can get a good idea of. Hold on. Gotta move this over here. All right, just so we can get a good idea of what to expect and how this came to be. So sometime before the 2000s, a Squaresoft executive, because Square Enix at the time was going by Squaresoft, is in the same building as a Disney executive based in Japan sometime before the 2000s. And they talk for a little bit, and they think, wait a minute, how awesome would it be for fucking Mickey Mouse to go and like attack small creatures and do it in an action RPG, and this is awesome. So they got Tetsuya Nomura to design all the characters and design or pretty much be the executive of everything. And sometime later Kingdom Hearts. Hold on. Kingdom
Or just
Hearts. I'm trying to. Oh, I turning on the volume. Hold on. There we go. Kingdom Hearts came out in 2002 on March 28th. So this game is pretty straightforward with its plot. It's mainly a crossover between Disney and Final Fantasy for now, and and
oh boy.
it's pretty much everything like a kid wants out of this game. You get to play as like your main like OC character with Donald Goofy. Look at them.
Oh, sure.
Gorsh. And also here are the actually look at how beautiful this art is. Look how good this art is. This art's awesome.
Now, class, any questions so far? Because I feel like we lost an Arcadia at some point.
Let's see.
Ark saying in the chat, attack small creatures. For now, is that the next going to be a crossover with Saw series?
Gosh, imagine. No, this is strictly for Disney and Squaresoft for now is what we're calling them. Right now they're known as Square Enix.
Mm.
Right now I just got a little bit of like I guess stage fright, but right now I'm coming down off of it because I'm feeling more confident.
I just want you to hear what Art just said in chat, and I quote, "Goofy, I love to play a game."
Goofy, I like to play a game. Let's see. Now I could show you the intro for this game, but I would have to mute it.
Yeah, if anything, it will probably be like copyrighted.
Can I even show like the visuals or?
I think you can. It's just the music is going to be an issue.
Yeah, I can quickly get that real quick and like mute it. So because the intros I feel are very important to Kingdom Hearts.
No thanks. The less content I have, the better. He said.
Oh yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me get it in. Hold on, let me exit this. There we go. And then
I feel looking back on the older game. Hello, welcome in.
there we go. Oh. There we go. All right, I've muted it. All right,
Okay.
right now stream is seeing the intro right now, and it's muted.
Yeah, because copyright reasons.
Yeah.
You're not trying to get that lawsuit.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope you're doing well. I love anime.
Yeah. A game about like about like Disney and like Final Fantasy, I would not have expected an intro like this. Oh yeah, and the music here is very copyrighted, so I'll give you an idea of what it is. Are you kidding me?
No, go on. Say it with the chest. Go on.
I don't remember the words.
Oh, okay. You're giving me too many things lately. You're all I need. You're giving me. I need the lyrics now. I
Yeah.
lost track.
Th-
If you know, you know.
yeah. Hey Sora, what's going on?
I want to tell something about like whenever they saw Riku like holding his hand out for Sora and like for the waves. That's when it started in there, being like the fanfic between Sora and Riku.
Yeah. I forgot in this intro Sora just falls over and over again.
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. And it's Queen, by the way, Joey. Oh, I didn't know, to be fair. I just saw the name. I'm just welcoming you in. But I, Queen, hope you're doing well.
I like how Kyrie in this intro is looking up like, "What's that?" And the Sora's like, "Huh, it's me.
Deal.
How did I get up there?"
Don't worry about it.
This intro tells us this. I don't know if this intro gives us like the right questions we need to be asking. I,
It's just Sora is a very difficult character to describe because like his heart is actually very powerful compared to others.
yeah. This intro tells us everything and nothing about the game.
Exactly, but it does do one thing at the end.
Birds, doves, it flies.
They're asking what slide are we on? We're on slide 3 out of
97.
90. So good. I remember that now.
Yeah.
It was gonna be longer, Chad, but we have to do a part 2 for it when it comes to the PowerPoint.
Yeah. I tried to go under 100, but that was impossible. So after seeing that intro, what the hell did all that mean? Well, let's see. All right, I'm on to the next slide.
They're asking. I'm already miscounted. 97 by Art. Isn't that like for all the openings by Queen, also known as Love All Anime?
Uh,
And then Art said, "Let me out."
let me out, let me out. Honestly, that's what I said about Union Cross. Anyways, so I'm on slide 4 right now, and we're in the dive to the heart. This is how we start the game. This is how you start Kingdom Hearts in darkness.
Press says, "Whoa, wow, slide 4."
Whoa. So,
Go on, sorry.
all right. So a main thing about Kingdom Hearts is that within everyone's hearts, in their dive to the heart, is a stained glass pillar, and on it, on them is some beautiful art right there. They're mainly of you, but for now we just have the Disney princesses up here, and their art is very nice. And whenever you first wake up here, you get 3 options of your weapon.
Which you might have to move, by the way, if I'm blocking the sword.
Oh, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Do, 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 do. About to move you. There you go. So this right here, this is the sword. I'm using you as my pawn to plant things.
Wow.
Let's see. So, so yeah, you can either choose a shield, a sword, or the wand, and they all. If you pick one, then that's the thing you specialize at. But you have to pick another one to give up. So if you pick like a sword, you have to give up either your wand or your shield, and if you pick the shield, sword, wand, etc.
You
And
pretty much get all the stuff still, but you get them longer if you went for strength instead of magic. So yeah, that's
yeah,
fun.
yeah, and right after you pick it, you fight these weird creatures of darkness that we have no idea what they are, but they are scary looking and they look like ants.
Yeah.
And that will have very interesting. Oh, you thought we fought with a key? This is Kingdom Hearts. You think we fight with a key? We're not at that point yet. Anyways, so this big old guy right here is a dark side, and we fight him at the end, but we never win against him. And
Art said, "I thought you fought with a giant key. This is the funny key game, but I'm not saying, but key."
but Kingdom Hearts key. Let's see. Uh,
Just
uh,
be patient, Cloud. Be patient.
So after you fight this big dark side, you of course lose to him and fall to darkness. And you always fall to darkness no matter what. But enough about that. Let's get to Destiny Island. Welcome our main trio. This is Sora, Riku, and Kairi. They, and they are just like the best of friends, like the greatest of friends. And over here on the bottom right is just Titus, Waka, and Selfie. They ask you stuff in the dive to the heart, but it's mainly just to like have like what kind of game settings you want. Like if you want to do like a level 1 run or whatever. Let's see.
Main character, Edgelord, and Arc.
See, and let's see. Oh yeah, and the Palpu fruit. So this top thing on the top right here is a Palpu fruit, and Riku teases Sora that whoever eats a Palpu fruit will, who shares it with someone, will have their destinies linked to one another. That's not true. It's just a fruit.
Well, that's not all the way true. It's just more like a connection, and I think it's more help with it when it came to those two.
Yeah.
For later on.
Yeah. They're all kids. They have some fun here. And Sora gets all flustered and all because Sora really likes Kairi. See. And
Riku teases him about it.
Yeah. And when Sora goes to Kairi, and it turns out she's making this little thing right here. It's just a lucky charm. Right now it's unfinished, but Kairi says whenever it is finished, we'll be able to find each other from if we ever get lost. This is also something that they made up, but it's childlike wonder.
Yeah.
And we're on Destiny Island because it's not specifically this island. It's just a set of islands that they go to have fun little adventures of their own. Let's see.
Arc's saying something. I'm not reading that.
Yeah.
I'm at least reading the last part, at least.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and to make things better, Sora right here is voiced by Haley Joel Osment, a really, really young Haley Joel Osment. Let's see. Now, speaking of our Destiny Island trio is what they're officially called. We get to see a bit of their dynamic. Sora is just this fun, kind-hearted kid who who really cares about Kairi and Riku,
Mm-hmm. Arc said this. That's not true. It's just a fruit. Well, explain how my neighbor and I ate one. He ran, and then now he's asking, who's that person, pretty much?
Who's who?
Who's voiced Sora.
Oh wait, hold on, shit. Who's voiced Sora? Oh, Haley Joel Osment. Oh, if you look up at his name, you'll definitely know. Let's see. I can probably name you some of the stuff that he did. Let's see.
Maybe name like a known one. We don't want to go too long when it comes to these.
Yeah. Let's see. What's his most known thing? Well, first off, he was in a lot of Disney movies. That's a thing. Let's see. Oh yeah, he was in The Sixth Sense. Let's see. He was in AI. And at this time, he was just like a really young kid. But as he got older, he definitely grew into his own, but still sometimes sounded like Sora at some points. We in the community, we call that Sora-isms.
Oh my god. Arc said something. Do you see it?
No.
Arc said, and I quote, I mean, this is as polite as possible. I looked him up, and he looks like his face is slightly...
Okay, yeah. I looked him up, and his face... Oh, yeah. oh, wow. I really just ran the red. There we go. I turned myself down. All right. Now, Now this is so, there we go. We're back to this slide now. At all right, so I already talked about Sora, and now Kyrie right here. She she's pretty playful and she's sassy towards the other boys. Uh, but you know she's just like a little like fun milk toast character.
She's quirky like that.
Yeah, she's the glue who holds everything together.
A certain like, you may say.
Yeah. And Riku right here is the rough stoic kid. He's never really like a jerk. He's more of just like the older brother pushing his little brother to do better and be on like the right path and everything. And the main thing that they all want is to leave the island on a boat because they want to have some more adventures of their own. And they wonder what's beyond Destiny Islands, as they so put it.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta pause this music real quick. And they certainly get their wish, but at a cost. Let's see. So this hooded being right here, I purposefully didn't mention him. One day Sora was just in a cave, just like drawing on like some cave walls of him feeding Kyrie the papu fruit, and and it looks very cute. But this guy right here, he comes he comes to Sora, and he just talks about a lot of darkness and the opening of doors, and Sora's having none of it. He's just like, I'll show you. I'll see the other worlds. And and then this guy just disappears. He says darkness, 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 doors, and then disappears.
Yeah.
And
Sora was just pretty much like, who are you? Why are you here? I'm gonna go to these worlds myself as well. That sort of thing.
Yeah. And with his disappearance, literally like that night, or I don't know if it was the next day or that night.
It was that night.
Yep, that night.
Because it was more like, okay, for the first part there was like 2 or 3 days. The first point is like more like getting to know everything, and then next day or so, I lost count because it's kind of hard to tell when it comes to this game, but it is like every next day or so.
So anyways,
this will be the 4th or 3rd night.
Yeah. So anyways, Destiny Islands goes to shit. And these creatures of darkness that showed up in the Dive to the Heart, they show up here. And this big old massive ball of darkness and evil just shows up and starts destroying everything. So Sora just leaves his home. And like, Sora's mom is just like, Sora, it's dinner time, Sora. And Sora's just gone. And
that's the most good time of mom, by the
way. Yeah, we never see his mom ever. But the main thing is that Sora goes to Destiny Island and sees that because they have like 2 other rafts they get to the island. Sora sees that they're still there. And Sora tries to seek out Riku and Kyrie. And whenever he finds Riku, he's just standing just right below this big ball of darkness. And is like, this is our chance, Sora. This is where we can go and leave this island. Come with me, Sora. And of course, Sora just doesn't want to do it. But as soon as both Riku and Sora are being consumed by darkness, a Keyblade shows up and into Sora's hand, and he's like, "Whoa, what is this?" And Riku's unfortunately gone, but Sora still has enough time to save Kyrie right there. But there's a bunch of heartless, or not. Wait, shit. Okay.
Shadows. Let's say shadows.
Shadows.
Because that is actually what they're called, for this type at least.
Yeah. So there's a bunch of shadows, and before he couldn't like do anything to them, but now he can with the Keyblade, which mysterious voices around him call it the Keyblade, and he finds Kyrie in front of this weird door that was always there, but they never opened it because like it's a mysterious door. We're not gonna touch it, and Kyrie seems to be in a bit of a trance, and whenever she says his name, the door opens, and Kyrie gets flung through like the tunnel and into Sora. She just phases into Sora, and Sora's like, "What just happened? What is that?" And and most of Destiny Islands gets destroyed, and Sora gets sucked up into that blast too, and everyone and Sora's family and everything, they're all gone. Everyone's just dead.
Not dead, mind you.
Yeah,
Just more like asleep.
yeah, it's very sad. So, anyways, at Disney Castle,
Alright, shush. I'm trying to explain without interrupting. Goodness.
uh, oh yeah, I'm at the Disney Castle slide.
Hmm?
Next one, there we go. So, anyways, at Disney Castle, Donald gets a letter from Mickey, who basically was just like, hey Donald, I'm gonna leave my realm because I'm the king of Disney Castle, and I'm leaving because the stars are going out and I have no idea what's going on. So I'm gonna go investigate. You take Goofy to Traverse Town and find Leon. He'll tell you what to do, and make sure to follow the Keyblade wielder. All right, good. All right, bye bye. And Donald of course takes Goofy, and Jiminy also hops along. And Jiminy is pretty much a historian who pretty much is going to write down all the events that happen. And yeah. Now they're taking their ship and going to Traverse Town. Oh yeah, and also Queen Minnie and Daisy are there. Now we enter Traverse Town, and Sora wakes up here, surprisingly not dead, and he gets waken up by Pluto, the dog, who just like licks his face and also like jumps on his chest, like 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 just decking a child. Just like yeah. And the first person that Sora runs into is Leon, who has this very interesting gun sword that doesn't actually shoot bullets, and is just a sword that is also a gun. And Leon just one shots Sora, just like one slice dead. And let's see. Oh, is that something happening in the background?
No, it's just it's okay. Um, I had to mute because I was trying to look at something real quick.
Oh, okay. Anyways, Leon takes Sora to what we're calling the Final Fantasy gang, who pretty much tell him about everything that's going on, including the names of those dark creatures that I spoiled, called the Heartless.
It's just an honest mistake, don't worry.
Yeah.
And Rick says, they're just happy to be there. Decking a child, now you have my, never mind, the gun sword that doesn't shoot people. By art.
Yeah. So right now we have Leon and Yuffie, who are explaining to Sora that the Keyblade chose him, and all the Heartless seek it for reasons. And eventually Sora runs into Donald and Goofy, and we have our main trio. Finally. Oh yeah, and Riku wakes up somewhere else, not in Traverse Town, but somewhere near it. And he's picked up by Maleficent, who pretty much just like infects his mind with dark thoughts. Like look, Sora has new friends. So Sora doesn't need you anymore. and Rika's just like getting very jealous of that. So, yeah, we have our setup, and now our adventure begins. Let's see. And these are the Disney worlds that we go to. The top one on the left right here, that's Mickey's castle, and then here's Traverse Town, and then here are the rest of the worlds. And the way we traverse these worlds is through the gummy ship. And in every installment, in every like numbered installment, anyways, we go through this gummy ship. And I have my own thoughts on it, but Joey, what are your thoughts on the gummy ship?
Well, for starters, it is something you start with. They pretty much give you like the basics to make it, and later on you can go to a certain store to get like say better guns, like more guns, just guns, or better wings and better tools like more speed and also more scanning.
Yeah.
So I like the idea. It's just the missions what it comes with is like, oh boy.
Yeah. I'm glad you're here to be the better person that has the better opinion than I do with the gummy ship, because I think they're all boring as shit in every game.
It's not that bad, but fair enough. It's your opinion.
Yeah. So not only do all these worlds have I'm gonna mute this. Yeah, so not only do all these worlds have like Heartless just spewing about everywhere, they also have these things called keyholes. And what the keyholes are you know that door that was on Destiny Island? Apparently it had a keyhole on it, and behind the door is the heart of the world. Because,
and for context, Chad, we're not talking about like a keyhole that's literally like the size of a house key. We're talking about like a bigger like
a big keyhole.
Yeah, take that as you will. Forever dirty minds, some of y'all are.
Yeah, and right now all these like keyholes are open, and like the doors are open to like the world's heart, because every world has a heart. And the Heartless are seeking after that for things we'll explain later. And it's your job as Sora to go to these worlds, fight off whatever Heartless there are, and seal the keyholes to protect the worlds. And you even get to meet like Disney characters here who can also help you like join your party, but you never really take them off of the world. You just kind of have to leave them there.
Because that is world order.
Yeah, the thing that Sora ignores.
Well, not all the time. Like, mind you, he doesn't say it, but it's just like, I remember he was a kid back then, to be fair.
Yeah, like King Trident
like
makes a note of it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for Acrobat, for example, he pretty much had to tell Aladdin, because for one, Jasmine was stepped away.
Mm-hmm.
Because for certain stuff, which I will not spoil. But yeah.
Jafar was like, "You are Jasmine."
Pretty much, yeah.
And let's see. And as far as like how important the worlds are to like the overall story, they're mainly there for like symbolism and like parallels to like Sora's and Riku and Kairi's like journey throughout the games. They are mainly like set pieces, but but they have some sort of like importance in the lore.
It is part of the main story. So like for example, when you go to Alice in Wonderland, you do meet one individual named Alice that you're trying to help, then all of a sudden she disappeared. And then we were introduced to a cutscene, which I will not say if anyone is new to the series, but you at least either get that or something else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So now with us getting all acquainted with the worlds, it's time to explain who our enemy is. The Heartless. Now, the Heartless are creatures who seek out the darkness in people's hearts. And since everyone has some level of light and darkness in their hearts, that's effectively everyone. And they will stop at nothing to plunge every heart into darkness, and they seek out the biggest hearts, that being the world's hearts. And these guys come in very different shapes and sizes. There's a lot of variety. And there's even like two races between them. For the most natural Heartless are the purebloods. Now, the purebloods are beings born from the darkness within people's hearts, and they seek out other hearts to make more of them. That's how the Heartless work. They find hearts, plunge them into darkness to make more of them. Now, the emblemed Heartless are a lot more complex than that. Whenever they take a heart, they don't just plunge like the heart into darkness and then that darkness forms into a pureblood. When the emblemed Heartless take a heart, they make another emblemed Heartless, and they put the whole heart in their body. And the only thing that can effectively release those hearts are the Keyblade. And to give you an idea of how dangerous the emblemed Heartless are, there are more emblemed Heartless than pureblood. Like if pureblood Heartless was just like a little, like a little pamphlet of like this little brochure, then like the emblemed Heartless are just like a novel on like the town's history. Like that's how many emblemed Heartless there are. It's just insane. And the only beings that can control these Heartless, both emblemed and pureblood, are beings who know how to control the darkness within their heart. Introducing the Council of Disney Villains. So the Council is searching after the keyholes so they can plunge them into darkness and then use the darkness to take over all worlds. And this is mainly and this is mainly Maleficent who's leading this charge. And
I mean, she is mistress of all evil.
Yeah. Yeah. And Hades is there too.
He's a cool guy. But I think he's more focused on his stuff.
He straight up just like ditches like Maleficent's plan just to do his own thing in this game. I mean, he's probably like stronger than Maleficent, being a god and all, but
it's more equal when it comes to power between them. There's literally like a canon thing for another series, but that's another topic for another day.
Yeah. And when it comes to drawing darkness out and using the darkness to manipulate the Heartless, it's very tricky with how you go about using darkness. So darkness is just this big like infinite pool of like of power that you can draw from, but you can only draw a limited amount of it, depending on how much darkness is in your heart or how much you're able to wield like comfortably. And if
best way of explaining it is just think of it like drugs. If you use the drugs way too much, then you pretty much get sick and then you have a chance of dying. So
yeah, and it is so like cruel with how like getting overtaken by darkness is. Like, take Oogie Boogie here, for instance. Like, he's the first sign of like what happens when someone oversteps in darkness. Like whenever he's defeated, he tries to use darkness to rebuild his body, and like, I'm not done yet. But the darkness changes him into a half mansion, half Oogie Boogie. Like it's mainly just like both mansion and like some bits of Oogie Boogie slapped onto there. And if he wasn't like a bag of bugs, then it would be considered body horror. That's how cruel the darkness can be.
Mm-hmm.
And And when it comes to manipulating the Heartless, this gift can also be passed down to other people, introducing Riku back here with the powers of darkness. So, so Riku at some point was given the power to manipulate the Heartless by Maleficent, and he does so, and he also uses it to make some shadow phantoms of Sora that Sora has to fight, and we have
Things like wrestling.
yeah, we have multiple run-ins with Riku, but out of all of those run-ins, we also see that he has actually found Kairi, but she's in some sort of weird trance, and it's like,
sleep.
yeah, she has her eyes open and everything. She's basically just like a vegetable, and we just don't know why. But we'll soon learn what it is. Ooh. And as for what the Disney Council wants, not only do they want the keyholes, but they're also searching for the 7 princesses of heart. Now, of course, I already said that some beings have like a certain level of light and darkness. Not these girls. They are very special, and they have 0 darkness in their heart. Just none. They are good. They are pure. All of them got light in their heart, and they are the only beings in existence who have lights of heart, or hearts of pure light. And Maleficent, what?
Sorry, I was gonna say, pretty much to describe them as like 7 princesses of heart.
7 princesses of heart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Maleficent needs them to gather them all together to unlock what is called the final keyhole, and we'll get into why it's called the final keyhole later. Now, we'll stop here for a minute to ask questions. Any questions?
Yeah, Ark, I feel like you have plenty of questions. Not honestly mean, goofy, Ark. But seriously, Ark, what's your question? And anyone can ask too.
Yeah.
So we won't spend too much time with the questions because there is a lot to cover and all, but we're just making sure if you guys have any questions, you're more than welcome to ask.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Also, I would like to state that the selection of Disney princesses here are very strange. Like Ariel is here, but she's not a princess of heart despite being a princess.
Okay, to best describe it, like, remember, she did pretty much lie to her father.
Oh yeah.
And then, like,
but it was out.
She's like, I know better than you. That sort of attitude, you know.
But it was out of like naivete, like she didn't know better.
Oh, I know, but I think that's the reason why they didn't chose her.
I still think it's a very weird choice to have Alice be a princess of heart, even though she's not actually a princess.
She kind of is in the franchise. She's kind of is. It's like a special occasions when she's a princess, but when it comes to a princess, well, at least I've liked it anyway. Someone that fights for others, doesn't really ask for anything, and it's just as Prince of Light as well. And these are the princes that do that. Like for Jasmine, like she may be outgoing, but she's still a princess of heart.
Yeah, it's just good person being 100% good.
Pretty much, yeah. And don't ask anything in return.
Yeah.
Like Belle, for example, was like, even though she did step in for her father, she was still not going to treat the Beast any differently.
Yeah.
Well, besides, obviously, during the time it was like, I don't want nothing to do with him, but still.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think I'm the only one who found it weird that Queen Minnie was not a princess of heart.
Because she's a queen.
Well,
I'm joking. That's not the reason.
I know. It's just funny.
It's just more like, I think they were trying to go for different characters. And I think she kind of is, maybe she was probably question mark a Princess of Heart, but I okay, I'm not trying to mention this earlier, but before these seven, there was obviously others, so please keep that in mind.
Yeah. Uh, I'm also hoping that she becomes one soon. But
Want me to
okay.
find out?
All right, let's see what Arky asked.
Let's see. For one, it was like, yeah, I have a question. What was Hollow Bastion? We're not
Uh,
there yet.
we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Ooh.
The more you debate the princess, the more I want to see them shoved solely from Monsters Inc. in their dress.
We'll see Monsters Inc. But maybe on another stream.
Yeah, that's like part two.
Yeah. All right. Now, speaking of Hollow Bastion, it sounds like we're ready for the next slide.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's go to the next slide. Now, 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 this is the final world we enter, or at least that's on the map for now. Uh,
Yes.
this, this is the Hollow Bastion, and at this point in the story, we've pretty much we've sealed all the keyholes. We've fought a bunch of Heartless. We had multiple rounds of Riku. We we brutally, I guess, like defeated the Disney Council, which which is very interesting. Uh,
Which you can find out in the playthrough by yourselves, but you know.
yeah, uh, and the big thing to note here is that those Disney princesses that we just talked about, uh, Maleficent was successful in capturing every single last one of them, and I don't even know how that happened. Let's see. And when we arrive at Hollow Bastion, we get one more run in with Riku, and he's got a new trick up his sleeve. Uh, Riku just straight up lifts his hand in front of Sora, and the Keyblade from Sora goes to Riku, with the only explanation being that that Riku just like the Keyblade was meant for me. You were just the delivery boy. Go play with this stick right here, and he throws Sora a wooden sword back from Destiny Island that he used to train before he got the Keyblade. And and the most like fucked up part is that like Donald and Goofy were tasked to follow the Keyblade, so they had to straight up leave Sora. They just ditched him, and the only person that Sora could go to was the Beast from Beauty and the Beast, who came to Hollow Bastion by following Belle and believing in his heart. He swam through space just to got here. I I have no idea how he's even here, but whatever.
Think of it like Undertale, pure determination. Think of it like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. He was so determined he swam through space. and and yeah, Sora just kind of has this mopey road trip with Beast, and he eventually runs back into Riku again, who who also flexes on Sora again by showing him his cool darkness form, and uh, and Sora still is eager to fight Riku despite not having the Keyblade. So Sora just talks about believing in himself and that his friends are his power. And Donald and Goofy get inspired by this and go back to Sora. And not only do they go back to Sora, the Keyblade also goes back to Sora as well, because the Keyblade chooses its master, sort of. And Riku is just like, you know what? Yeah, I'm done with this. I'm just gonna beat you. And then he summons his little sword thing called the Soul Eater, which is a very hard name. And unfortunately, Riku does get beaten because Sora has, I guess, Sora basically just jumped Riku.
The best way to describe it of is like for Sora is just like the power of friendship.
power of friendship will help me do win a 3v1.
Yes,
So after
I'm
this,
not even lying.
yeah. So after this defeat, we do see Riku again, but he's acting very strange. Like like before he was just straight up a jerk, like whenever he joined Maleficent, but uh, he's acting even more strange than before. He's talking about darkness and keyholes and everything. And he even summons this Keyblade right here called the Keyblade of People's Hearts, or the Keyblade of Heart. And whenever Maleficent tries to fight Sora, of course she loses. But when Riku appears with this Keyblade, he's like, "Allow me to demonstrate," and then he stabs Maleficent, plunging her
That's a
heart,
heart.
yeah, plunging her heart deep into darkness, and then Maleficent is able to transform into this dragon form. You know, honestly, I always thought she can do that, but I guess not at this point.
Maybe it was more like a recent, like, maybe like something she was like, I did it before, but I'm not too confident about it. But I think with the flow of darkness, the everlasting darkness, she said, it
Yeah,
was like more confident to do it.
yeah. And, and Sora fights Maleficent in her dragon form. And personally, this is a very annoying fight.
Well, it can be if you haven't played it before, but yeah.
Yeah, and when she's defeated, Riku walks over her or whatever is left of her, which is just like a black
Her
cloth.
cloak,
Yeah,
her
black
cloak.
cloak. Yeah, and he pretty much just says as like he both he and the Heartless were using Maleficent for their own ends, and and of course Sora's like, "What are you talking about?" And then follows Riku to what is called the final keyhole, which is this thing up right here above the Hollow Bastion logo. And whenever he goes there, he finds Kyrie just being a vegetable right there, and Riku is just come. He comes down and he pretty much just says he spills the beans on everything. He says that Kyrie's heart is the last Princess of Heart, and her heart is not in her own body anymore because it's in Sora. And Kyrie was with Sora this entire time, and of course, Sora's like, "Wait, how do you know all this? Who are you? You're not Riku." And then Riku says, "It is I, Ansem, the Seeker of Darkness." We'll get into who Ansem is later. So then they have one more final skirmish. And of course, Riku or Ansem loses. And and Sora tries to get to the final keyhole, but it's not yet complete because not all seven princesses were accounted for to open that keyhole. And Sora does the unthinkable. So Sora takes that Keyblade that Riku left whenever he disappeared, when he got his ass kicked, and Sora stabs himself with it. And that both releases the Princesses of Heart's hearts, which was stored inside this Keyblade, and Kyrie's heart. This
Uh,
unfortunate. Hmm?
Sorry, I mean to interrupt, but before all this happened, like, when Maleficent, a little flashback a little bit,
Yeah.
she was trying to find the keyhole. All the princesses were in a state where I think they were more like sealed, because I think Maleficent didn't want to deal with like princesses trying to escape or something.
Hmm.
So the hearts were definitely somewhere else, but just with six was like enough to tell her like, oh, this is where it is. So not just sealed hearts, but also like maybe like sealed like consciousness. So a little bit of both. Sorry, Juan.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. We'll get into consciousness and heart arts and how they're separate and not separate things at the same time later.
Yes.
So So yeah, Sora returns the Princesses of Heart's hearts back to their original bodies, and this also returns Kyrie's heart back to her body. But unfortunately, since the Keybladed people's hearts did plunge Sora's heart into darkness, Sora becomes a little ant heartless.
Also known as a shadow.
Yeah, and because of how little darkness he has in his heart, he's just like the tiniest shadow. Like he doesn't become like some huge heartless or some strong heartless. It's just a shadow. And then Ansem reveals himself and tries to attack Kyrie because he's like, "All right, the keyhole is now complete, so it's time for you to go." But Riku's heart surprisingly, he stops Ansem from uh, uh, from destroying Kyrie, I guess. And Donald and Goofy and Kyrie just get out of Dodge just instantly. And and before they leave, they find one Heartless acting very strange towards them. And what do you know? It's Sora. And Kyrie is able to give Sora a big old hug, and that returns him back to normal. So,
To be fair, she hugged him when they were being attacked by other Heartless, and she was literally protecting him because he protected her during all this time. So she wanted to do the same for him. But right when all the Heartless were again circling Kyrie and Sora, she gave one last hug to him and then gone.
yep, bada bing, bada boom, Sora's back. And we won't get into the logistics of how this is possible. We'll just say that that Kyrie is a princess of heart and is able to do that.
That and their connection throughout the series, but that's the later thing.
Yeah. All right, and after all this happens, they just leave. They just leave Hollow Bastion. The keyhole is open, but they just leave. I know they had to leave because the amount of Heartless were just like swarming, and Sora was still kind of recovering from being a Heartless. But like imagine your boss just like, okay, I'm gonna give everyone raises, and then does it like and starts doing it like a week later. But now we get to who Ansem is. This this is what came out of Riku.
Oh my god, why is the word like that?
Yeah, this this is what Riku briefly turned into, I guess. And Ansem, ooh boy, Ansem. So so Ansem just loves darkness. He check out his emblem tattoo right here. He loves darkness. Whenever he drinks coffee, he wants it as black as possible. Whenever he goes to sleep, he turns off the lights in complete darkness. Darkness. Whenever he dyes his hair, he tried dyeing it dark, but it turned out white, so he couldn't change it. But it's still darkness. Darkness, 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 darkness. Why does Ansem like darkness so much? Well, he explains it all in his reports that we find throughout the worlds. And I purposefully didn't mention Ansem because whenever you meet you get mentioned you get Ansem. Hold on. You hear about Ansem once in Traverse Town by by the Final Fantasy gang, and you hear about his reports in that same cutscene, and then no one talks about him or mentions him ever until this point. And for most people who are just like playing through like the game normally, they either don't find the Ansem reports or just find some Ansem reports, think, oh, that's cool, and then just get to that reveal. And it always comes off as like not so much surprising, but just more of like shock and like what is going on, just kind of like out of left field. Yeah, yeah, which is why these Ansem reports are very, very important. And I have everything about the Ansem reports written down here. I won't go it for it word for word because that would be a novel's worth. But
Yeah, we don't
but
want to spend too much time in like in one game.
yeah, and every other report after this one just keeps getting longer and longer with every installment. So let's explore who Ansem was before he became the Seeker of Darkness, shall we? Ansem was a leading scientist beloved by all. One day, he found out that darkness lurked in hearts of everyone. So he decided to conduct some experiments on those who were most loyal to him, and so we can learn about what hearts are and what darkness are. Because whenever he learned about the hearts and darkness, he was like these glowing things in our body, why do we have them? So what he did was he extracted some people's hearts and the darkness within them, which spawned creatures of darkness he named the Heartless. And they were called purebloods because they were just little shadow things that they themselves didn't have hearts, but they were created from a heart. And since the test subjects didn't have any hearts, Ansem had to hide them beneath the castle, just threw a bunch of bodies, just to rot there because they were all vegetables. As for the heartless, they just grew in numbers the longer they remained in the castle. And then Ansem decided to study one of them and found out why they're searching for hearts, or at least is trying to. But instead, one of the heartless leads him to the world's keyhole and the heart of the world. Like when Ansem found that door, he opened it and he just saw a bright flash of light and quickly closed it because he had no idea what that was until he did some more thinking. And after that, a meteor shower came down one night, and when he discovered the meteors that came down, it was gummy ship parts. And he didn't really know much about what these gummy parts are. He just knew that they were resistant to darkness and they could help him explore the worlds. But instead of dwelling on that, he decided to make a machine that makes heartless in order to study how they reproduce. And he slaps a symbol on one of them because he was successful in making a heartless with that machine. And he dubbed it an artificial heartless. And we know them now as the emblemed heartless. And and after more heartless were made, then he got a call one day from King Mickey, who visited their world, and and is like, hey Ansem, how you doing? And it's like, I'm not doing anything. And Mickey told Ansem about what the Keyblade was, and and what it can do and everything, and legends about it. And Ansem wanted to study what this Keyblade was, and maybe it's connected to the Princess of Hearts. All right. So he decided to plunge his heart into darkness to turn himself into a heartless, to seek out the Keyblade and the Princess of Heart. And that is the Ansem reports 1 through 10. For now, there are only 1 through 10. And as a heartless, oh,
Sorry, it's just a sound. Don't worry.
yeah, it's okay. So so once Ansem became a heartless, he had so much darkness in his heart that he just became this weird formless thing, and he had to cover up with a robe. And, and this is what we saw back on Destiny Island. And what he needed was a vessel to make himself better, because before Ansem was just he called himself too frail to make the journey to find out who the Keyblade wielder is. So he manipulated Riku into getting more darkness in his heart, and eventually he possessed him using the darkness in his heart, and and eventually he became what is called Ansem Riku. And after getting defeated, he grew even stronger and became this handsome lad. And also, uh, and yeah, he just loves darkness. There's darkness from Konosuba.
Yeah, I was about to say. Art was saying that too in the chat.
And yeah, that's Ansem's whole shtick. He looks really awesome. Let's see. And now, before we head off to the final area where we battle Ansem, we eventually come back with Kairi and Sora, who are safe, but they still need to save Riku and stop Ansem. So, so before we get to that, there is a lot of side content that we can go through. There's a Winnie the Pooh world, which which surprisingly has no Heartless in it, but the Heartless did like scatter like the pages of the Winnie the Pooh book like throughout the worlds, and that's the most they did to it. And once you reform the book, you get to hang out with these little guys right here. Yeah, you get to meet you get to meet Pooh, Winnie. Oh wait, those are the same character.
I was about to say it's Winnie the Pooh.
Let's see, Piglet and Tigger. Uh,
Rabbit,
yeah,
Owl,
Eeyore's not in this, I
Blue.
don't think.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
Oh,
Eeyore's in there.
I thought he was only in two.
Nope.
Ah, well, yeah, you get to have little like little fun adventures with them. It's the cutest thing ever. And you can also upgrade some gummy ship parts to make your biggest, most deadliest gummy ship ever. While Chip and Dale uh, like assist you with everything. And as for Olympus Coliseum, you can actually go back, and there will be some new content there where Cloud with this very interesting design with I guess his sword got a boo boo, so that's why you patched it up. And Sephiroth, oh boy, he is very difficult in this game, considering how the controls before Final Mix was very well, not super clunky, but still clunky.
Um, when it comes to like him, like you have to be a certain level, which he is hard to deal with, yes. But if you have the proper level, you can actually face him off. You don't go to him and say like level 30.
Yeah. He oh yeah, he has this very like badass intro where he like a beam of light shoots down and then he rises up. It's very dramatic and very awesome. Once you do beat him though, uh, Cloud and Sephiroth finally battle, uh, 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 but the fight has ended in a flash of light and you don't see the result. They both of them just disappear. But you'll see. This isn't the last time you'll see Sephiroth and Cloud. Throughout the series, they have a back and forth, and it's very cool. And as for the Dalmatians, there are 99 of them in every world, and and if you get them all, you pretty much get more stuff for the gummy ship. You get more items. You get literally a ton of stuff. And
And also the satisfaction that you brought a family together.
yeah, and it's very weird that whenever you find these Dalmatians, you find them in chests. Like,
Don't think about it too much.
yeah, and These little heartless right here are considered mini game heartless. These little mushroom guys, they'll be throughout more worlds after you've sealed the keyhole, and then you go back and find them. They give you a bunch of like EXP, loot, money, and same goes for this heartless right here. Here, there's pretty much just a bunch of like mini game heartless. Heartless. This is all side content. And then this right here, the Ultima weapon, it changes its design throughout every game and it gets better and better. And it is very dauntless in this game to try and forge it. Throughout the series, you do get keyblades once you finish a world, but they're not actually keyblades. They're more of keychains. Like Sora's true keyblade is the Kingdom Key, which is the keyblade that you see him using most. But throughout the worlds, you can get keychains that will pretty much change the keyblade to whatever design the keychain has, and they either like upgrade like certain aspects of like your stats and everything. They just make your keyblade better. Is there any more side content that you know of, Joey?
Besides like going talk to the characters, like one of the Final Fantasy characters in the final world, and the rest like their reports or something. No, not really. I think.
Hmm. Yeah, right. And well, these are all like optional side content. You can choose to like go straight to the story, which is what we'll do right now.
Mm-hmm.
So before you go back to the Hollow Bastion, Kairi finally gives you that charm that she finally finished, and she's like, "You gotta give it back to me once you come back." So I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And yeah, we finally get back to the Hollow Bastion, but before we actually enter the keyhole and see what's behind there, the Final Fantasy gang show up, and they pretty much tell Sora about the world's walls, because before the Heartless, the worlds had these invisible walls that kept everyone in their own world, but the Heartless destroyed those barriers, and once Sora defeats Ansem and restores or is whatever is behind the keyhole, then those walls will be back up, and everyone will be sent back to their home worlds. So they're having their one more heartfelt goodbye, because they will get sent back whenever Sora's done doing his business. And Sora understands this too. So now he goes to the keyhole. Fuck's sake. Alright. I hate having ads. And now comes the dark part of the stream. Welcome to the end of the world.
I thought you were going for like, welcome to the internet.
I've listened to that song disgusting amount. So now we reach the end of the world, and this is the place where all of those worlds that the Heartless took that we couldn't save, we see bits and pieces of them. We also see bits and pieces of some worlds that we've been to, but they're all like clashing together and collided, and it's very chaotic. We see some very strong Emblem Heartless, but also very interesting Pure Blood Heartless. Because right now we're in their domain, where we're going deep, deep, deep into darkness. And throughout these worlds, we get to see the lab where Ansem experimented on the hearts. And yeah, this will not be the last time we see it. It holds much bigger significance later. But but yeah, after we go through all these worlds, uh, before we enter the last world, we also fight Chernobog, which is this big demon thing who comes out of a mountain. Oh yeah, I believe Joey had like a tough time with Chernobog on a stream before.
Not difficult. I think it was more Enoch's, was I can't remember, but I know when I was growing up, it was like a little tricky. It's just hard to get on that back of his. That's the only complaint I can have.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I believe this is like Japanese right here. I think it just says darkness.
Oh, you're also talking about that guy. Yeah, it's like they when they go into the swords, like get back in here, just die already, please.
And
Very hassle to get rid of, and especially the light bulb on the top left.
oh yeah, oh yeah. I always thought this was like some like weird heart rendering, but no, it's a light bulb. Dang. All right, now after we go through all these worlds, like Sora, Donald, and Goofy, I just like wow. This is all so chaotic. Once we beaten everything, we'll have to go back. And Sora is apprehensive at first, but then it's like, okay, we got to do this. It's time. It's time for Ansem. So we finally get back to Destiny Islands, and it is being covered by darkness, and like the ocean also turns, it's like purple, like Ribena, and we see Riku here too, but then he quickly turns into Ansem, which I have no idea if that's like a glow up from little boy to full grown strength man. And before their big clash, Ansem says a very interesting quote that we'll come back to later. This heart belongs again to darkness. All worlds begin in darkness and also end. The heart is no different. Darkness sprouts within it. It grows, consumes it, such as its nature. In the end, every heart returns to the darkness from whence it came. For you see, darkness is the heart's true essence. He then talks about more darkness stuff, but it's forgivable because Ansem's voice actor in this is Billy Zane, and he has a very velvety voice. Like if I could hear like an audiobook of Billy Zane, that would be peak. But but now we got to fight Ansem, and he has this heartless thing behind him that we call "Come Guardian," and and we go through many phases as a Nomura game should. We then fight that dark side again, but this time we win. And then Ansem transforms into the world of darkness. Uh, I I have no idea if I can even call this thing a heartless because it looks so far from it.
Yeah, the very top, like very top left. Yeah, yeah, it's like think of it like the truest form of darkness, but like not a heartless.
Yeah, look at his mouth. Ah,
I think it was like a mech, like a mecha, like a heartless mecha.
it's it's very organic, which is pretty cool. And
I guess they're going for the actual part of a human.
yeah, and the way we have to fight this world of darkness is using some of Tinkerbell's magic from Peter Pan and flying.
Yes.
Sora flies now, but only for this game. He glides in every other game, but I don't know if he just straight up flies.
um, Not like flying like Peter Pan, mind you, but I think just gliding. It's a little tricky to understand Sora's capabilities because like it's either max or OP,
Yeah, it,
and then the yeah, go on.
yeah, it's especially strange later because like we see like characters just straight up fly too,
Mm-hmm.
and Sora just can't. Let's
Think
see.
of it like a just like float up. and
Yeah,
then glide down.
yeah. And after we bash bash Ansem on the brain with our blunt weapon, we Ansem finally explodes. But then he lived from that explosion, and he calls upon, or he summons this thing called the door to darkness. This is the thing that Ansem was seeking this entire time. All those hearts of the worlds that he was gathering, it was to summon this thing. And this door is a door to both Kingdom Hearts and the realm of darkness. And once Ansem opens it, he's expecting darkness because he believes Kingdom Hearts is darkness. But once it opens, it's a flash of bright light, and Ansem's like, "What? But why? Why?" And then Ansem finally explodes again for the last time, for real this time. And
And Freedom and Kingdom Hearts is light, not dark.
yeah,
Sora said.
yeah, Kingdom Hearts is light, light. And now, with Ansem defeated, they try and close up this door because right now it's open, and it's open to the realm of darkness. And Heartless are about to are straight up just go and consume Kingdom Hearts. And before they could, Riku shows up on the other side of the door, and he helps all three of our main trio close the door. And in order to fully lock the door, they need a keyblade from each end, a keyblade of light and a keyblade of dark. And that's where Mickey Mouse finally steps in with no shirt as intended. And with both Sora and King Mickey's keyblade, they finally close the door to darkness. And right in the middle of that, Riku tries to riz up Sora for some reason. This is a very pivotal moment.
Yes.
The world is potentially like in the fate of Sora, and Riku's like, "Yeah, but let me give you the light skin stare real quick." So then they finally close the door to darkness, and it disappears, and the worlds are safe, and the walls finally go back up. But 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 since the walls are back up, this means everyone from their respective worlds are being sent back, Kyrie included. And Sora is able to find Kyrie in whatever realm this is, and they grasp hands one last time, and Sora's like, "Here, I'll come back to you, but I gotta find King Mickey and Riku. Make sure they're safe." And Riku and not Riku, Kyrie's just like, "All right, I'll wait for you at Destiny Islands." And then the song plays. When you walk away, you don't hear me say, please. And then, yeah, all the worlds are back to where they were. Sora, Donald, and Goofy are on a grassy road trying to find Riku and Mickey. And they don't even know where to look. But a certain dog comes back, Pluto, with a little letter from King Mickey in his mouth, and our main trio finally goes and follows Pluto because Pluto just, I guess, is the dog of destiny. I would not be surprised if that was a main plot point. And they go out and seek out their next adventure. And that is the end of Kingdom Hearts. So, the main thing I want to talk about when it comes to light and darkness and hearts and how it's used in the story is that light is meant to symbolize like good emotions like happiness, being kind-hearted, being courageous, while darkness represents negative emotions, like sadness, depression, and anger. And, and, and we'll see a common theme with that later. And, yeah, that is the end of Kingdom Hearts for now. Any questions?
Yeah, Ark, are you still there? Poke, poke.
I see Arky. Ribena Apocalypse.
Hi.
Let's see. No questions, Arky?
Ark? Ark. I just
Yeah,
curious.
I'll. Did that not go through? A lot just happened.
I think Ark is just more stunned.
Don't worry, this is Kingdom Hearts 1. This is the most straightforward Kingdom Hearts goes. I'm gonna try and get that music back up.
Nah,
There we go. Damn.
So look at our group DM. He was about to ask like a funny question, but YouTube wouldn't let him.
Oh, let me check. Can we fuck Donald? No, unfortunately. You can't fuck the duck.
So good to know. Ark X Donald confirmed. Any artists in the chat, get to work to it.
Yeah, get to work. Game's ruined for me. Don't worry, you'll be able to ship more characters because there's definitely more characters to ship.
To make that joke, we both know Mandy, and we both know Mandy. And I'm gonna literally tell Mandy and freaking DMs being like, Ark likes Donald Duck.
All right,
she can see it later.
Yeah. All right, I just drank all my Monster. I'm ready for the rest of the night.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, next slide. All right.
We can just like skim through some of it. To be fair, it's like
I'm
let's try for like at least like every 2 minutes for each slide. How about that?
Yeah. Before we go into the next installment, here is some old concept art of what the first game was gonna be. Sora originally was this lion kid, and he had a, I guess, butter knife chainsaw, maybe.
It's somewhere between a chainsaw, a nail clipper. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. See, it might be even like a freaking wood saw thing. Like, okay, you know, like how they make the how do I put this without making it sus? The type of wood to soften.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
You mean a belt sander? Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Are we going
back to me? Mandy said you both typed to me at the same time.
Let's see. All Anime 1 asked, "Are you going through all the games?" Not right now, but yes and no. Let's see. Up here, looks like some concept art for an explorable gummy ship. I guess we were people had thoughts of like going into the gummy ship and like customizing it like in Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, I think they were trying to go for like a Steamboat Willie, that type of feel.
Yeah, but I can see why this wasn't added because if you had like this and the gummy ship gameplay segment, that wouldn't really incentivize going into the gummy ship very much, or incentivize like playing the game. Like it's either one or the other.
Mhm.
Yeah. And as for this concept art down here with all the princesses, this is originally how the lighting was going to be.
Ooh,
It
that was super creepy.
Yeah, it is very terrifying. This is like nightmare inducing. Like imagine like the lighting of this. Goodness. And and hey, look, we all even this kid right here, this boy furry Sora was also gonna fight Chernobog in this state, and he had a keyblade.
Uh, yeah, maybe. Okay, they finally came to the idea with the Keyblade, but yeah.
Yeah. And we also get to see some concept art uh, of Traverse Town, of an explorable Disney castle, which this looks absolutely sick though. Like the world in half and then stars just going into. I imagine this would have been like way too much for an area we don't get to explore. And this weird cowboy world was also going to be a thing too, but I have no idea what this movie could have been. I'm guessing it was like Home on the Range, but that didn't release whenever this game was being made.
Yeah, I was about to say, and it kind of looks like a combination of worlds, and there's a skull on it, so dare I say treasure planet? I don't know.
I don't know.
It's hard to tell because
Yeah.
it's like has horns on some of them. Then there's like a skull, and then looks like a type of culture for one of them. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So much going on.
Yeah. And we also get to see some concept art of like the Destiny Island trio just hanging out, just having a fun time. This actually would have been nice to see. like, look at Kyrie cooking up here.
Literally cooking.
Yeah. And Sora looks so precious over here.
He's just a little guy.
He's just a little guy. All right.
All right. Next one.
Yeah, now we get into the very, very interesting thing. So originally, this game was just meant to be like a one-off thing. Like Kingdom Hearts was just like Square Enix being like, all right, let's make Kingdom Hearts, and then that's it. It's just a fun little Disney Square Enix collab, and yeah, that's it. They did not expect to make 100 million in the U.S. alone, so they had to make some sort of like sequel or plan some sort of thing to make more content, and then they released Kingdom Hearts Final Mix in the same year that the original Kingdom Hearts was released. Like Kingdom Hearts, I guess what is now called Kingdom Hearts 1 was released in March. This was released in December. And it is crazy with how much new content we got. We got new cutscenes, new items, new keyblades, new like mini games. Is there anything else new?
Besides like the enemies being different colored, and let's see.
Oh yeah, we'll get into the secret bosses in the next slide.
Oh, I wasn't going to bring that up actually.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Uh, and yeah, just a bunch of like new stuff. But the main notable thing was the secret bosses. So a little backstory with this guy right here, Kurt Zisa. He was actually like in the first game, but he was in a contest to be named. Like someone got to go in and name him, and whatever name worked, they chose. And some real guy called Kurt Zisa, uh, got to be the name of this big old lizard thing?
Cobra.
Cobra. It has 6 arms. I don't know what to call it.
To be fair, it's like the head's the Cobra. Everything else is just
What?
mech. Yeah,
Yeah.
do you not see the snake Cobra like head
Yeah.
right there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I see the snake cobra. Yeah. Also, a very weird place to put the emblem.
Don't worry about it. Moving on.
This snake got a snake on him.
And
And let's see. Then we have the Phantom. Originally, he was just a dark black coat, but in the final mix version, they changed the colors of all the Heartless, and this is one of many of them. I think the first design where he was just like a black coat it is definitely more iconic, but to me this looks a lot cooler because look at where the black and white starts and ends.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then we get to the elephant in the room, the real black coat. So this guy, uh, he is a an enigmatic man, or a mysterious man, or unknown. He has many names, and and we get to meet him in Hollow Bastion after we've defeated Maleficent, and we go back to the area where she was defeated. This weird, very ethereal like being pretty much tells Sora that he is not whole, and you are just like me. And he is like if Sephiroth was difficult, he is balls to the wall like crazy. Like you need to know the game's combat in and out in order to have a chance against him. Or you could just cheese it with the summons that you get.
Mhm.
And after you beat him, he Sora is just asking questions of him, and notably, Donald like thinks he sounds familiar. Like he thinks he sounds like Ansem, and this unknown figure knows that name, but he doesn't elaborate on it further before he leaves and calls himself a mere shell. And that's the last we see of him. And then we get to the new Ansem reports of this game. Ansem reports 11 through 13. And I am going to read them out right here. So let's begin where we left off with the Ansem reports. Before Ansem plunges his heart to darkness, he finds a girl who he suspects is a princess and sends her away to another world to find the Keyblade wielder, that girl being Kairi. Uh, and then he gets curious about the bodies beneath the castle. Uh, Remember those bodies? Those bodies that he threw that had no hearts? They're gone. Just no trace of them is left behind. No clothes, no like strands of hair. It's like they never even existed in the first place. And Ansem made a deduction that there are 3 realms from this event: the realm of light, which is our main realm right here, the realm of darkness, which is the realm that we seen in whenever the door to darkness became a thing, and the realm in between, the place where the bodies go when they vanish with no hearts. Uh, he dubs the bodies as empty shells who don't exist. And just like he named the heartless, he also named the bodies with no hearts a nobody. And then we get this secret cutscene that I'll play. Let's see.
Which, by the way, after like we do Kingdom Hearts 1, we'll just probably call it there for today.
Yeah. Let's see.
Don't worry, chat. There's gotta be more parts, but like for today, Kingdom Hearts 1. That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, it's still Kingdom Hearts 1. Not gonna lie with you, Ark. It's just like more content for like extension, like you know.
Hmm.
I thought this was the second one. No, it ain't.
Oh, this cutscene. Ooh.
Let me free. You will be free. After we can at least show the secret cutscene on his stream.
So that first part was what the secret cutscene that was in the original, and this is the secret cutscene in the final mix. It always absolutely like baffles me how back in 2000 uh, companies like Square Enix were making cutscenes like this. I mean, granted, it probably took like super long to do.
Probably did.
Yeah, because just look how epic this looks. Oh yeah, those things are called Neo Shadows. They're pretty much just the little ant heartless, but better.
They glow in the dark. I get.
Hold on, I gotta mute.
Don't forget, they can still hear you if you even mute on Discord. Just saying.
All right, I'm back. Oh, that cutscene's still going.
Yep. I just want to tell you, even though you mute on Discord, they can probably still hear you with through OBS and all.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. I was whispering the other door.
Okay, I'm just telling you, just in case.
Oh yeah, sword flies just over the ocean. Yep. But get this. There we go. And that was Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. Any questions about that?
I feel like Art has some questions.
Can't see chat right now. Let's see.
Oh, he's not. He hasn't said anything yet. I'm saying as like because I know him because he's like, what did I get myself into? Because I gotta feel.
Oh, what is Kingdom Hearts? uh, that's a great question.
You did not just ask that, Art.
That is an amazing question. But now, Ark, I have a question for you. You can count, right?
Interesting answer. I mean, interesting question.
Okay. Your answer is no. Okay. We'll try and uh, we'll try and go with this. So, what comes after one? Seven? Wait, no, six. Well, either way, you're wrong. It's it's Chain of Memories. Now, with this game, we'll just be going by Chain of Memories because Chain of Memories was a game on a small handheld game or a station, and it was pixelated, but it was pixel art, which was very nice. But for the sake of this, we'll go by Chain of Memories, their models and everything, for the sake of visualizing everything. And I could show you the intro, but I don't think it matters. It's just recapping like everything that was in Kingdom Hearts 1. But not animated as pretty though.
We could probably watch it like next time.
Yeah.
Because we did like went through a lot and also.
Yeah, we'll try and see if we can pick this up next time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was some bit of the Kingdom Hearts lore stream. I want to wish you all a good night.
Thank you for having us, and we'll catch you next time.
All right. Escape. Oh yeah, I got to stop stream right here.
Yeah, I was about to say.